Hello everyone, welcome to our Beyond Skyrim Skingrad stream. I'm here with a few of the leaders of Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil, so if you'd just like to introduce yourselves. I'm Mr. JGT before we start as well, the exterior lead. Anyone else want to jump in?
I'm Roast Gorilla. I'm the Dungeons and Interiors lead for level design lead for it. Yeah. Dungeons and Interiors level design. Sorry.
I'm Astrax. I'm the implementation and code project lead.
I'm Bellatrix. I'm also the co-project lead and help out on Dungeons and Interiors. And I would just like to apologise in advance. I've actually got COVID at the moment, so I will try and mute my microphone before I cough, but if I don't, I'm very, very sorry.
I'm Ria. I am one of the narrative directors on Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil, and I was the lead writer and did most of the story direction for Skingrad. So I have most of the knowledge for the story in the area.
And another thing we're celebrating, of course, it has been 5 years since the release of Beyond Skyrim Bruma. So I thought to start off the stream we'd go a little bit around the city that I know everybody kind of knows pretty well by now. But there are a few changes since the main Bruma release that you'll see for the full Cyrodiil release. I also want to take this moment to just kind of say thank you to everyone who has worked on Beyond Skyrim for the past few years. You know, kind of 5 years ago when we got Bruma out, it was a terrifying prospect to think how much we were going to get out and have to do to finish Cyrodiil, and the amount that we've done since then is absolutely amazing, to be honest. I kind of, you know, want to say thank you to everyone who has helped get us to the stage we're at. You know, it's like we've done our Bravel stream, we've done our Kavat stream, we're about to show you Skingrad, but there is way more that we have got done that we haven't shown you yet, and we look forward to showing you more of that a bit more this year, but you'll find out more about that come ModCon. And just, you know, the overall effort that people put in is amazing. So big thanks and round of applause to everyone involved with that.
And today we've just published the next Bruma patch, actually, patch 1.6, which now includes map markers that you saw earlier in the stream.
Where would you like me to drop you off?
We now have a wonderful working carriage system as well.
Take your seat and enjoy the ride.
And I say, go to Skingrad,
You're
right?
about to discover the mightiest city in Cyrodiil with the best food in all Tamriel.
I'd also like to point out that the voice acting, as you can see scrolling across the top of the screen, is a temporary kind of patch that we've got created to get some kind of voice acting available for these type of streams. So hopefully then you can enjoy what we have to offer. What time of day? It's 2 in the morning, so there's not going to be a lot going on right now.
We've just arrived directly in the city because of the carriage, but we should have a look at. I'm sure we'll have a look at the outside in a minute as well.
Yeah.
I think what we need to do is go and find a tavern and
Yeah, let's think.
And there's a tavern that you just walked past on the left there.
Yeah,
There's
I'll
also
just show some of the city.
yeah.
It's so beautiful.
there appears to be a horse on the loose.
Excellent. The room's yours for a day. Your room's just this way. Please, follow me.
And now, an artist's plea to an empire founded on bloodshed. Until we find our way home to everyone's throne, may we see
You need anything else? You know where to find me.
Lovely inn. This is the more expensive inn in town. So as you can see, this was in Oblivion, I believe. The Westfield Inn hasn't changed since then, I don't believe. Obviously, the owner's changed, but
Oh, there seems to be a common problem, and I don't know what it is. There is a constant crash when you try sleep.
it's a pretty big
They don't want you
problem.
to sleep.
It is a bit
Slick
of a big
as ever.
problem. Yeah.
Wait,
Just-
no, you're crashing on the bed, going to sleep on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I-
What it is a problem sleeping, and then when you go back in, I think, yeah, you can then
Just
sleep.
just walk into
Character's
the
just
room.
too tired.
Just walk into the room and then wait for 6 hours.
I tried waiting, and it does exactly the same. It's something, yeah. Welcome to the world of work in progress mod making, guys. This is what happens all the time. You know, you think, hey, this thing's fixed, and then the next thing you know, bam, something else crops up.
But we'll make sure we get rid of all of this before it comes out. That's a long way away, but you know, we don't have any deadlines. We're not beholden to any shareholders, so we can take our time. As you know, we have already taken plenty of time. We will continue to do that.
And it seems to cause that problem. I don't know what it is. It's one of the mysteries of the universe to solve.
Should we? Are there any? It's a bit early in.
I guess people should just ask us some questions to pass the time. Attempt one. It wouldn't be a Cyrodiil stream if there wasn't at least one technical issue. Is this what Scheme is like? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I was going to say, if there's any downtime like this, it's pretty early in the stream, but we can just answer questions next time something like that happens, I think. Questions about Skingrad specifically, if you can help it.
See, it worked that time. Don't know what it is. But now let's go look around Skingrad.
Talk to Beta if you need anything. She runs the show around here.
Oh, have we got the AI talk on?
Yes, we do, yeah.
I guess we should probably say. So we're just using this as a placeholder because it makes testing a lot easier. So that one of the last things we're going to do is actually get all the lines recorded by VA, the voice actors. But we want to do that all in one big chunk, so it's all very consistent. So this is just a placeholder until that happens. So it may sound a little bit odd, but don't worry, that's not the final version.
Maybe you could clear the weather so that it's nice and sunny like it should be in Skingrad.
Oh yes, I'll post the command if you want to do that.
There we go.
Satisfying than arresting a criminal. Seeing them
Okay, cool.
rot in a cell.
Oh, someone wants to show a map of the area.
So obviously this is the main
Yeah, sure, that.
Skingrad here, with the county stretching towards this way, and covering down towards the Elsewhere border down there.
Don't have any map markers, so
Yeah.
I think that's probably best for the best. We want to keep some things under wraps, don't we?
Yeah.
We don't want to show off all the
Skingrad
places.
is some of the lowest crime rates
I mean,
in
you
all
can
of
see our
Cyrodiil
new
without-
custom map markers, which is something that's now included in the latest Bruma update. So the city of Bruma now has a custom map marker, which makes it look super cool.
My husband runs the bakery and makes cheese. Sigh, we've never gone
Whoa.
hungry. thanks
Okay,
to him.
that doesn't have collision. I guess we'll go down here then.
We're down here now. We haven't actually looked at the walls either yet. Which I knew.
Yeah, brand new.
I swear there were cobbles on that ground once. Like, where the market stalls were.
I think the walls and the towers make a massive difference.
Yeah, it really invokes that kind of Elder Scrolls for Skingrad.
Yeah, we've got the market there, which is obviously, well, the market, that's the farmer's market. This is one of my favourite buildings in front of us, which is the academy.
Oh, we should go and have a look around some of the interiors. Go and have a chat to people.
Let's have a look in the
I
academy.
wonder, yeah, well, if you go in here on a weekday between the hours of 12 and 1, you'll see lectures happening. I'm not sure what time it is right now in game. If you wait a couple hours until 12 o'clock, you'll get some lectures happening. One of the things we wanted to do for Skingrad was really delve into that idea of it being a city of learning and culture. It is the city of Julianus, who is the divine of knowledge and of magic. So we have an academy here now, which wasn't here in Oblivion.
Today, we're discussing the most famous man in all of
And it-
Cyrodiil history. Tiber Septim, General Talos, the Stormcrown Hilte Irlibeard, Ismer, the Dragonborn, a man of greater renown there never was. So great is Tiber's fame that for centuries men and women revered him as a god, raising him to the pantheon of the divines, which had not been previously altered or revised for centuries, perhaps millennia. Clearly, he was an inspiration to the masses. But what about the great Tiber Septim made him so successful? His military campaigns? His voice? His appeal to the people? King Culhane, under whom Tiber served, described him as a brilliant general. According to accepted lore, he had been leading hosts of men since before he was a man himself. It is widely assumed that Culhane's success can be attributed largely to Tiber's genius, but at the time, few were aware of the Etmoran or what significance he posed. In the Tiber Wars which followed, the Emperor proved his tactical prowess many times over, and his supporters spoke of the seemingly inhuman foresight with which he practiced war. And then, of course, there was the Numidium. What possessed the Dunmer to hand over such a powerful artifact to the Emperor of Men? What did they see in him, or what did they fear? Outlandish and ridiculous theories of Chim and divinity aside, we can assume that there was something special about the man known as Tiber.
The Cyrodiil Montfort, who was known to be close to Tiber, and who perhaps mothered his child, advised him for many years during his reign. When asked of his personality, she said that he was quick-witted and wise beyond his years, but more strikingly, that he seemed to possess an emotional disconnect from his work. De Montfort claimed that he would often speak of the Tiber Wars as if they
I find
were
these
some
bits
small
really cool
incident,
because I did a lot of
and
the
he spoke of
interior
them
for this to
as one
actually see it alive and with NPCs using it. It's just, it's completely different. It's really quite special.
Though his public personality was commanding, regal.
I think it's really cool to see the lectures happening. Sorry, I had to dip out for a second there. But yeah, seeing the lectures happening is really, really cool. Even with the AI voicing, it's pretty cool. I wrote a lot of these lectures, so yeah, there's a lot of what's the word? There's a lot of unreliable things. There's a lot of things that they might be teaching in the academy that might not be necessarily true. But there's a lot of but we really wanted to kind of show what kind of things might be being taught in a modern university in the 4th era, and we wanted to really emphasize that kind of non-magical learning aspect, which is also part of Julianus, not just the magical side.
On that note, we just passed Valeria's Books, which is quite a big bookshop in Skingrad. Where else should we go and visit?
I really like this scene as well, actually. This was written by one of our writers, which is nice. It kind of shows the there is a divide in the city between Empire loyalists and Dominion. Shall we say Dominion? What's the word? Sympathizers. So this is a fun little scene where you can see the Khajiit harassing this man. A lot of it comes down to really stupid disputes, like what kind of wine you drink determines like what side you're on. For some people. So we wanted to show that divide as well.
Tell me, Whiskers and Tongue, do you want to feel the sting of the Silver Wasp?
By the twin moons, you bear steel against unarmed, innocent Khajiit. These ones will be back, Maxim brother, and next time, no friend will be around to save from your head.
Are you all right there, Maxim?
Just use your head,
Yes,
silly.
I suppose I owe you another one,
Silly.
Falca.
That's
You can't
not
keep
fair.
doing
She
this.
could be getting us anything.
The Viscount hates ruggers who don't tell the line. Soon this will be the death of you.
She's buying us
I know,
land
but
for dinner.
I don't think any guards noticed this one.
She's letting us keep
While
one
I'm
of the
still
kids.
running
It'll be
security for
miserable.
Colovian traders with my fortune and your gang at my back, they won't touch me.
Owen said we both had
Loth,
to
what I
agree
should
on
have done is made those kittens drink a whole bottle
Hello,
of Shirley
you
Brothers.
wouldn't happen to be a Legion soldier, would you?
Maybe next time. Let's get another drink at the Shield and forget about this, okay?
A really good question I noticed
Owen
in the
let me
chat,
drink some wine
Rhea,
once. It was
is
gross. 2 adults really like it.
how did you decide on
Adam
which
won't let me touch
locations to
wine,
kind of
so
keep
I
from
steal it
Oblivion
when
and
no
which
one's
ones
looking.
can kind of be updated?
I think we wanted to keep the general layout of the city the same, and most of the buildings are the same. It's just a case of who actually lives in those buildings now. We wanted to have mostly the same buildings with just a few extra ones because there didn't seem to be, within our internal lore, the city was never destroyed by the Dominion, so there was no need to like rebuild it, and we wanted to keep those very distinct architecture from Oblivion because it was one of, a very, very, very like well-known architecture from Oblivion. We wanted to keep that.
If you're in need of a blade,
So most of the buildings are the same, and a lot of them are in the same place, so that we have a few extra ones and a few side streets that weren't there before. In terms of who lives there, a lot of the people obviously have like descendants. For them, we wanted to kind of like keep the most important characters, especially if there was any long-living elves or something like that. We might have kept a few, but mostly it's been 200 years, so we wanted to try and just imagine what the progression might have been like with reference to our own internal lore, because we have our own timeline of like how the Great War played out in the city. And also what happened to Hasseldor, which I'm sure lots of people have already seen from the trailer, is obviously also another big point of our history that we had to figure out because Skyrim doesn't mention him. So yeah, all of that kind of stuff. We try to make it as realistic as possible. We wanted to have nods to the original Oblivion, but we also wanted to make it feel like a lot of time has passed because it has. So this inn used to be a different inn. This used to be owned by a pair of Khajiit sisters, I believe, but obviously it's been a long time since then. This is now owned by an Imperial, and the name of this inn has changed to the Shield of Rislav because we wanted to delve a little bit more into the Skingrad history. So there's a few references to Rislav the Righteous, who is a figure in Elder Scrolls lore, an ancient Skingrad king. This inn is called the Shield of Rislav. There is also, I will say, there is a tomb out in the wilderness, which is Rislav's tomb, which you can explore. The reason this place is called the Shield of Rislav is because there is a shield on the mantelpiece that supposedly belonged to him. Whether or not it actually belonged to him or whether it's a fake is it's up to you to decide. And there's a quest involving the shield as well. So we thought we would, try and delve a little bit more into that kind of stuff that was always implied but not always shown in Oblivion. The stories from the past and the knightly orders as well. We have a couple of those as well.
This is absolutely my favourite tavern in Skingrad as well. All the really cool people hang out at that one.
Yeah, there's a bookshop there as well that Claire mentioned, that Bellatrix mentioned, if you wanted to go into that. But that's another part.
Oh, yeah.
The bookshop's really cool. You did this interior, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
It's a bit smoke, but the bookshop's my absolute favourite. I really like bookshops, so I had an awful lot of fun making this. But yeah, hopefully, if you enjoy reading books, you can spend many a happy hour in here. Maybe buy a few.
It's something that you don't get in Skyrim. There's books, right? You don't get many bookshops. You get books. You don't get many bookshops. It's something that we had to have in Oblivion, just like the old, like the first edition in the Imperial City. Apparently that still exists according to Skyrim lore, so that will be coming back. But in terms of Skingrad, we also wanted to have a bookshop. We thought it was basically essential because, again, it's the city of learning, the city of Julianos. It just made sense. And there are a lot of new in-game books for you to read as well, if that's your kind of thing. Lots of books about history and some of it's stuff that we've expanded on ourselves. Some of it is some of the books will be the same from Skyrim. We've written lots of new ones, especially for Skingrad. We have a lot of history to catch up on. So if you really want to dive into all of that history, it's you can find it. Probably a lot of it at the bookshop.
I'm not used to meeting anyone who doesn't feel spite for us out of principle. I just wanted to let you know that if you need anything, I would be glad to aid you. It's the least I can do to atone for my many sins. Trying to clear my name, I suppose. I thought it would be easier for people to accept me as a heir of the Synod rather than one of the Dominion. Of course, the free bed and board isn't anything to scoff at either. Ah, yes. That is a fact unfortunate.
Oh. Oh.
There was a bit of a delay on my stream, so I knew what was coming.
Yeah. It's really weird. I seem to have a version when it's merged that doesn't have this problem. Then the next one does. Then the next one doesn't. And it's just like a repeating system. I don't know why.
It's the joy of development.
It is the joy of development.
Figure out what's causing it and fix it.
Just pick out some questions. Will there be some runestones and doomstones? Yes. Elskrooks might be able to talk about that. The system is in place now, isn't it?
I think it is, but or at least the Doomstones one. We've expanded a bit on that, especially as not all Oblivion effects are. We're not able to recreate all of them just like they were in Oblivion sometimes, and then we made some small changes. And in general, we improved on it a bit as we saw fit.
If you live in Skingrad and need food, I run the.
Apart from crashing, what are we going to go and do now?
Well, I was going to have a quick look in the... Should we go in the Synod or should we go in the Fighters Guild?
Ooh, Synod, is he there?
Synod just looks amazing with those little fires. I really love it.
Let's go have a look at the old Synod then.
Also, that statue is just screenshot fodder. It's just incredible. It looks so good. Well, we could look at the bank as well. We have a bank, don't we?
Yeah, I was going to go to the bank after this, but I was like, since we're going past...
That's another thing about
We should do a quest and then come back to the bank to cash our
come
loot.
on!
You crashed again.
I crashed again.
Oh no!
I don't usually get this many crashes, so I don't know if there's something that is, for which
How many fans have you got pointed at your
I have
PC
a
right
full
now?
desk fan pointing directly at my PC, blasting cold air through it to keep it cool in this heat. And now it's doing the trippy thing again.
Oh, someone's asked a question that I don't know the answer to. Is it possible to get married in one of the temples/churches in Cyrodiil instead of the Temple of Mara? I think you can.
We might
Currently
have a
not.
secondary Temple of Mara when we eventually get round to doing the Imperial City. So you might be able to get married there rather than trudging to Bravil, because it seems unfair to be like, you always have to go to the worst city in the province to get married.
Yeah, it would be a bit annoying if we had to go back to Skyrim to get married.
That system doesn't exist yet, either way. You can't get married at all yet. So we haven't properly answered that question ourselves yet, how we want it to work.
Oh yeah, custom enchanting and alchemy tables. One of the really cool things we have personally.
I'm afraid I don't know.
Can we solve all of Cyrodiil's problems with love?
No bug fixing. Can solve all of Cyrodiil's problems with bug fixing. It sounds like from chat that's a hard no on getting married in Bravil.
Every time I remember doing the Bravil stream, everyone was like, do we have to come here to get married? And it was like, maybe. Depends on how cruel we're feeling. Yeah, this is the main statue of Rieslav himself.
Yeah, this is the statue of Rieslav. So this was in Oblivion. I'm sure people remember this is still here. This was a very iconic statue.
I'm going to go into the bank and then we'll go to some of the surrounding things.
We're going to do some quests as well.
We need to pray to the nines we don't crash.
Yeah. But the quest I want to start doesn't take place until night, so we'll have to wait a bit.
Oh, I know what one you are, what you're thinking about. That's a good idea.
To make a deposit.
Oh, does it? I mean, I thought we were doing a different quest.
We're actually going to play 2 quests.
Yes.
Ooh, surprise quest.
So this is the bank.
Yeah.
Again, we wanted to. One thing about Skingrad is that we wanted to emphasise that it has a lot of money. There's a lot of money and influence in Skingrad. It's a very rich city of lots of culture and lots of gold. Gold flows through the city through both legitimate and illegitimate means. So a bank felt like the right place to have a bank. This particular bank is the Bank of Colovia, which also ties into our lore quite heavily, which you'll see when you play the mod and when you learn a little bit more about the history. The bank has a very important role in the history of the county and who rules the county. Just like in real life.
Owen let me drink some wine once.
And to the question if the banks are going to be functional, if we're going to add a feature to store money and so on, we're currently not decided what we're going to do, but it's likely not going to be something where you can store money and just get passive income, because that is probably not our way of doing it. Although you already have a lot of money in Skyrim, I don't think you actually need a lot more.
Let's have a look at the gates, maybe. Frames are dropping. I don't know if that's just me.
No, mine have dropped a little bit, turning around to look at the city.
It's dropped for me as well.
I think it's somewhat the heat as well.
We could go and have a look at the castle, I guess, if we need stuff to do to kill time before night.
I might just... I'm going to walk around the outsiders to kind of show that we've increased the number of farms, etc., etc. that there was. Because there was only like a Cyrodiil Brothers vineyard and this one here.
Just to be clear, this does run perfectly fine. It's the stream that's lagging, not the game.
Yeah. I think over here. Talking of the Doomstones, etc., etc.
It's Mr. JGT's computer melting in the heat wave.
We need to get you a new computer someday.
I'm getting a new graphics card now that the prices are dropping is on my list. So this is a custom apprentice. Well, all of our standing stones look like this. Yeah, I think it's just, yeah, my computer is being taxed and is very hot. I can only apologise. I'm hoping that the recording I'm taking will be better than what you get to see on the stream.
It's a good excuse to rewatch it again tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah, the lag is spectacularly bad at the moment.
Yeah, this has not had problems for me recently. It's whatever there is going on. I might quickly just tab out for a second and just kill a few things that might be eating.
Someone's gonna Amazon Prime you a new computer though.
Sweet. It has been on half the day, so it's probably a little bit hotter than it hasn't had a chance to properly cool down. Let me just check the temperatures.
What's the temperature where you're streaming from? Yeah, the UK is currently experiencing a heat wave, so it's too hot.
Yeah, my graphics card is nearly 100 degrees, so if anybody wants a cup of tea, I can boil the water for you, but yeah. It just means my PC is not gonna cool as much as I'd like.
Well, you'd be happy to know that the stream is the frames have caught up some degree, so
okay.
Just take it easy, and we hope they will be all right from now on. I think I don't know if you wanted to talk to the vigilance. They're on the left here somewhere. Oh, I think you've gone past them now.
Are they? There they are.
I have little time for questions. We're hunting vampires.
Sure, Speared. It's
Got
so
something to report.
Oh, they've got a new setup. I haven't actually seen this. Someone's improved their little setup. So these are some vigilants that are present in Skingrad. Because there are rumours of vampires about, in case that wasn't clear from the trailer as well. We really don't want to go into too much spoilers because it's massive, massive spoilers. But safe to say that the main quest in this area, the main story in Skingrad deals with vampires and vampires and assassins and all those kind of lovely things. I mean, how could it not? You know, we couldn't have a quest in Skingrad. We couldn't have at least one vampire story in Skingrad of all places, right? These guys will be involved in that quest.
Yeah, we've got plenty of vineyards around Skingrad.
That wasn't just for me.
And one of the cool
vineyards as well. Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
One of the cool things we've got is we have this little horse racing track.
Oh yeah, we're so far behind now because of the lag on the screen.
Right, yeah.
I saw that this afternoon when I was testing. I've not seen it actually working before. I thought I was going mad because there was a horse running around in circles.
If you just stand still for a minute, we might be able to catch up. But yeah, we've got lots of vineyards, obviously lots of winemaking going on in Skingrad, the city of wine and cheese. We also have horse races, which is quite fun. And at the moment they just run around in circles, but eventually we might be doing a little bit more with that.
You know what's even more satisfying than arresting a criminal? Seeing them rot in a cell.
And speaking of wine and cheese, there is a cheese stall.
There's a flowery scent in the air, don't you? Some people think Caspar and I think it's because of our love for cheese, but that's far from the truth.
Unfortunately, we can't see the cheese stall. We can't see anything. Literally.
I don't know if you need to quit out or give your poor graphics card a few minutes to cool down. We can just answer questions.
We're not really seeing anything anyway, so...
Okay, is it really that? Yeah.
Yeah, you might need to...
screenshot every 5 seconds.
Okay.
Might need to blow on your graphics card a bit.
The graphics card has been well and truly blown. Okay, I've moved the fan and that is slowly bringing the temperatures down.
Brilliant. Well, we can just kind of...
I think.
Kill some time. Until we can move again. Unfortunately, we don't really have a backup option.
No.
You need more air conditioning.
This is the problem. Air conditioning isn't really a thing in the UK, so we are all melting right now.
Yeah. We usually.
So someone's offered if we send them the build, they'll showcase it. That's a very good try.
Yeah.
Yes, has anyone got any questions, I guess, about Skingrad or just more generally Cyrodiil?
Will we be able to become a drug lord? I don't think so. You can work with them, but I don't think you specifically get to be one.
Hopefully everyone got some nice screenshots from that last 10 minutes there.
How big's the build right now?
It's like 20. No. I think because we've got a bunch of extra stuff that we don't need, it's like 15, 20.
16 gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of that needs cleaning up.
I mean, we don't have everything done, so it's only going to get bigger.
Yeah, and our plugin is already bigger than Skyrim's plugin, so
yeah,
it really is a lot.
Is this going to be for Ellie or just SE Skyrim? It's just going to be for Special Edition. This kind of problem that I'm having now is what it's like, would be like all the time on Ellie. Right, I brought it down 15 degrees, so hopefully this is
Fingers crossed, should we give it another go?
Yeah. Well, I've gained some extra frames per second on my end. Yeah, there we go. Now it's cooled down a bit. Seems happier for me. I don't know what it's like for you guys.
It does look better. Should we go back and look at the vineyards and the racetrack again? Because we didn't really see them before.
I know, let's overheat it again.
Do you guys do any asset share work with the Sky Oblivion team? Yeah, we do a little bit. I can't remember of any specific examples right now.
Alien set, some of it. Have we done asset swaps with that?
Trees? Can't remember.
We did do some trees at one point, but we don't actually use many of those trees now. I think there's some of the Imperial City stuff we've kind of shared with them, because they've done some of the tile sets that we need, and we've kind of given them. I think they have our Skingrad buildings. because they're basically direct recreations of
Here we go. Got someone running around on the track. It seems to be lagging when you leave the city, so I think that might be one
It's
of
got to clarify, because some people were talking about whether if they can use Anniversary Edition with the mod, and yes you can, because we are using the latest version of Special Edition, but you can use Anniversary Edition as well.
I think Miss JGT is running Anniversary Edition.
I am, yes.
Gold when he loaded up.
Yeah.
And as we not depend on any SKSE, you don't have to worry about anything. So any version of Skyrim Special Edition works, including Anniversary Edition.
We're not going into the castle today, are we?
No, we aren't today.
Should we have a little look at it before it disappears, though?
We're gonna walk out that way of the city later on, so
Okay.
we'll get a good look at it then.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by the castle.
Yeah.
A lot of very cool quests that take place up there. One of my favourite quests I've ever written. It takes place up there at one point. Can't say too much about it though.
Also, something else we're trying with, this person here is a random farmer. And rather than just have... Oh, well, you guys are a bit behind. But you'll see a farmer just as I've returned to the inn.
The plaintive cry of a deserter consumed by shame.
And they are part of a system we're trying out of world encounters within cities that are kind of like city-specific ones, kind of thing. So that won't just be on the road that you bump into new people, it'll also be within cities.
Hope has forsaken me, I linger here in shame. Grant me my wish, set me free.
Yeah, the world encounters framework is really powerful actually. It's kind of underutilized.
Night never ends. Grace me that blessed light, I pray, to your perfect star. Save me, O quiet one, my life, let it fade away. Promise my soul will find peace.
I might just wait a bit to get some more people in here. There we go.
Fine wine, fine cheese, best inn in Cyrodiil, and also affordable. I really have it made.
The plaintive cry.
I'm Cynthia Melav, the actress. Are you here to talk, or are you another admirer come to pester me?
Come through that quiet light within. Hope has forsaken me, I linger here in shame. Grant me my wish, set me free.
This woman doesn't have a voice.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but
it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
They'll all have voices eventually.
Yeah.
Save me, O quiet one, my life, let it fade away. Promise my soul will find peace.
Talk to Beta if you need anything. She runs the show around here.
One big thing, we have a nightly order based out of one of the places in Skingrad, do we not?
Yeah, and I think we were going to do one of the quests associated with them.
We are, yes. I just need to wait for someone to take
Oh, there's one of them there, Cyrodiil.
Yeah.
Ah, Skingrad. Corrupt negotiations, royal bastards, dishonored knights. There's a charm to the illegitimate, isn't there?
I'm lucky that Bella gave me a passion in life that also earns my money.
Sir Cyrodiil Hain, master at arms to the court of Skingrad, and you are curious about the city, are you? Keep it to yourself. You go asking the wrong people the wrong questions and you'll find yourself strung up by the gallows. The people here are vicious. It's their weakness. Play to that weakness. Become the viciousness that they so desperately require. Do that and you'll find your neck remaining quite comfortable.
See you around.
I'm gonna have to request my favourite song, I'm sorry.
Yes?
Oh, it's just going to take a break. I want... Make a request.
Certainly.
There we go.
If I know what song you're asking after. Can I? Let's find out.
What is it?
Just to reiterate, the dialogue is not final. It's text-to-speech AI. It's placeholder. They will have, all the characters will be fully voice acted in the end.
Oh, yeah, that one's always a big hit.
I want him to sing the song.
And now for the tale of the hero who needs no introduction, Melvin of Skingrad. A long time ago, near
a couple of people asking about Sindarian Cellar. I believe Sindarian obviously is no longer around, but I believe that his apprentice is around. Can't remember if she lives in the cellar though, I'm not sure. She might
We moved her out because there's quite a few people living in the cellar.
Yeah,
if I remember rightly.
So, unfortunately the alchemy cellar doesn't exist, but her apprentice is in town. Sorry, his apprentice is in town, you can go speak to her.
The brother was eaten by goblins and wraiths, but Melvin of Skingrad, he
Will there be any special interaction with the Vigilance if you're a Dawn Guard member?
Some, not much. Most of it is to do with, there's not... There will be it will be acknowledged, but it won't affect the quest in any meaningful way. They're quite far removed, the Dawn Guard, from the Vigilance in the south of Cyrodiil, so it's quite it's not really a thing that we want to worry about too much.
So while his legs weakened, he turned to his side. With dagger and flare, he would die for his pride. For time that was needed, in blood he had paid. The guards all came running, the goblins were slain.
Are there going to be any references / content for the hero of Kvatch?
Most of that is already in Bruma. You have the statue in Bruma and the Champions Museum in Bruma. For the rest of the province, it's probably not going to be a huge amount of stuff. Obviously, people might talk about them, but it's hard because it's hard to talk about a character who has like, you know, an unknown gender, race, and history because we don't want to, you know, we can't make any definitive statements about them. It's kind of like how the Neravine is mentioned, but only very briefly in future Elder Scrolls games. The Hero of Kvatch isn't mentioned much in Skyrim either. So yeah, most of the stuff that we've done for the Hero of Kvatch will be in Bruma, which is already out.
But yeah,
someone was asking earlier about are we helping out with Tamriel's bathing problem, and the answer is yes.
we do have bathhouses in pretty much every city, so...
Yeah, it was very popular in Bruma when we released Bruma. And yeah, I mean, again, Skingrad is a city of culture and spent lots of money, so it made perfect sense to have another one here. And this is the expensive inn as well, so...
We have tried to do a little bit of stuff for role players. So obviously you don't actually need a bathhouse, and if you just play vanilla Skyrim, you don't really need 2 taverns either because they're the same price. But we've tried to make it so that if you want to play different characters, you've got a few different options in the town to make it feel a bit more believable.
We have rebuilt Kvatch. If you go look on our channel, you'll be able to go back and you'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, so this stream is like mainly concerning Skingrad, but if you missed it or you're new around here, we've already done streams about Bravil and Kvatch, where we walked around those cities in great detail. So if you have any questions about those cities, it's a good idea to go back and watch those.
Teach you to call me a braggart, sir. Sir Melvin of something, something, glory and fame, hero and savior, something, something. Sir Melvin of something, something, glory and fame, hero and savior, something, something.
Are you adding such? It was such a nice place. Yes, such will be in the mod. So.
And it will indeed be such a nice place.
Why can't I make the sound? Take that and that. I'll show you. Teach you to call me a braggart, sir.
Who is the new Count/Countess of Skingrad?
I'll show you. Teach you to call me a braggart, sir.
Have we mentioned her name? I think we have mentioned her name. Again, this is quite large spoiler territory, so I'm not going to give any details, but we have a Countess of Skingrad at the moment, and her name is Redania Larich.
Sir Melvin of
That's all I'm going to say.
Glory and fame, hero and savior, something, something name. Take that and that.
I presume we're lurking around the back alleys for a reason.
Yeah, usually he's in a state where we can help him.
Is that a bug? What are you doing in my show, bud?
Let's just wait an hour and see if we can.
What's that in my show? Is that a bug? What are you doing in my show, bud?
Don't tell me this quest is now broken.
Sir Melvin of something, something, glory and fame, hero and savior, something, something.
There is a player house in Skingrad. There's a player house in every one of the cities, I believe.
It's Rose thingy, this one?
That's Thorn Hall.
Yeah, which you can't, we're not going in now. Don't want to spoil you of what you're going to get yourself into.
Protect and serve. It's what we do.
I always do the other quest, which definitely works because I tried it this afternoon.
It's not Rose Thorn Hall, because that was the player house
not?
in Oblivion. It's actually a different one this time.
Is it Summit Mist?
It's Summit Mist Manor, yes.
Yeah. Which is basically across the street from Rose Hall, so, which I believe is this one. So, yeah, this is it. So it's a nice, decently sized house that you can get in Skingrad. Oh, you guys look like you're struggling with stream.
There are people asking about getting Thane titles and so on. There's no, in Cyrodiil there's no like overarching thing like that where you can go to each city and become a such as so-and-so of each place. But each location does have a main quest, and completing those sort of like city quests, as we might call them, will give you some kind of reward and often a title, but they'll be different depending on the region. So in Bruma, you could become, it was not really an official title, but one of the things you could be was the Friend of Bruma, which if you helped out the Count, you can do similar things in the other cities. You can become a Lord in Skingrad, in fact.
I think we'll have to go do the other quest.
To wait till 10.
If you live in Skingrad and need food, I run the bread line every evening at the Common Hut. The Hardlands Trading Company has special arrangements with County Skingrad. I help the steward oversee them.
I am Prussian 60th secretary and accountant. How may I help you? Very little. Why else would the rabble bother me every day? But there is something if you can travel. We happen to be in need of a new courier. A message needs delivering to an employee in Southwold. The message is written in code, of course. Can't allow another business to learn our latest plans now, can we? All that is needed from you is to place the letter in the hollow log at the end of the tobacco field. After you deliver the message, give a bottle of Heartland's wine to Renathan on the house. He loves it. Go east on the Gold Road, then turn south. It's on the Dominion border, in the foothills of Enquina. Perfect. Take the letter and this wine like I said. It's a gift.
Come on. Even with the fan, this is still... The heat is just too much.
We might have to abandon it and try again in autumn.
Yeah, we might have to do a stream when it's not. I would say, oh, my computer needs cleaning out, but I only cleaned it out like a week ago, so it's definitely just the heat is getting to it today.
I guess just leave it completely out of Skyrim for a bit, see if that cools it down.
Yeah, I mean, it's already gone down by 10 degrees, so...
I wonder if we can you reduce the stream FPS as well? Will that help?
Not while I'm in the stream, easily.
Well, that's a shame. You tried putting your PC in the fridge for a moment.
I do wish I had like a thing of ice that I could put next to it that would draw cool air in.
Someone's asking, is it available in Anniversary Edition? So yeah, the mod will work with Anniversary Edition. Try rescheduling for a few weeks' time. We'll need to check the weather forecast though.
It would have to be the next like 2-3 weeks, because after that I am unfortunately busy, unless someone else takes over.
I guess you could try lowering the in-game settings as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna try do that quest, and then if it does it again, then it might have to be apologies, and we'll do it another time. Because it's lowered down to the time before that last crash, so I think if I keep it.
Yeah, if we're inside as well, I don't think it's as graphics heavy.
No, the FPS goes up every time I'm inside, so I haven't actually shown off the armor that I'm wearing this stream. Because I'm wearing one of the new sets.
The Heartlands Trading Company has special arrangements.
Third time lucky, maybe? Or is it fourth time lucky?
So I'll go outside to show this off actually. I'll just quickly grab
I am
this.
protein very little. Why else would the rabble but we happen to the message is all that is needed after you deliver the message. Perfect. Return to me when you're done to receive your wages.
So what armor's that?
It's the new ebony armor.
Oh, nice and overpowered.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm gonna show it off a bit more once I get back out in the world.
Yeah, ebony armor, and the quest you picked up was called Ebony and Wine.
Yeah.
It's like you knew.
It's like this was planned, minus the crashes. And the shield I have is a silver shield, and then I'm also rocking the glass sword that we have.
That is not messing about that arm.
Sir?
Also, it seems to work better when you've got a little bit of fog, funnily enough. So.
Yeah.
So what's the so you've just picked up a quest from the lady in the Heartlands Trading Company, correct? Right.
Yes.
So we're doing a quest for a trading company, one of the bigger ones in Skingrad. What was the quest? How does it begin?
I've been asked to deliver a message to a tree trunk, well, a stump, and deliver a bottle of wine to a gentleman who lives in Southwold, which, if you watched the ModCon thing last year, we passed through Southwold then, and we're heading back that way now.
So you're hiding a note in a tree stump and then giving a bottle of wine to somebody.
Yes.
Definitely not shady at all.
No, definitely not shady.
What was that? What did I say? What did they say? Something about illegitimate money earlier? Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, corruption and illegitimate money.
You might want to clear the weather again, just so then we can see the nice environments.
It might start lagging if you do that.
The fog helps keep the frame rate up.
Keeps it cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. You'd think it'd be harder work to render the fog as well as everything else, but presumably
I
not.
thought the fog made
I guess you
work.
did just cool it down.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the fog obstructs your vision, so it doesn't have to render stuff in the distance as much.
Seeing all this in Skyrim makes me tear up. It's glorious. There are times when I walk about the place and I just have this big, stupid grin on my face because I can't actually believe how much we've got done. Like the ability to walk into quite a few dungeons, walk most of the province, you know, visit pretty much every city at this point, and just be able to go, wow, I'm in Cyrodiil. It's so cool.
Slowing down a bit, just so you're aware. You might want to keep an eye on the temperature.
The aliens were
Yeah.
Head inside the
I
alien ruin.
I need to get to Southwold and then I can head inside.
There's an alien ruin there. Just take a detour.
We'll be going there anyway as part of the quest. Spoilers for the
Oh,
quest.
just started lagging. I think I'm actually really behind.
I've got YouTube and I've got OBS. OBS is fine. YouTube is.
Yeah, I've got YouTube
Yeah,
muted and I'm just talking
yeah.
through Discord.
Are you uploading the VOD afterwards?
I will be, yes. So there should be a better quality one rather than this one that's going to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
There are a few places where even in OBS it has thingy. Okay, YouTube is now flagging up saying it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, so
Oh, nice. I guess that's
Seems
probably
to be
it.
just
then.
when you go outside.
yeah, it's just
Your poor PC.
yeah, It's done me well. It's a few years old now, and I was going to update it soon, but I think this is a sign from Talos himself that I need to do some serious work to it and upgrade it. I'm tempted to plow on a little bit, so then when I upload the VOD there is something for people to see, and hopefully when I get inside at Southwold it will...
Yeah, and we can still answer questions and stuff, which is, I'm sure,
Yeah.
what a lot of people want, you know. It's cool to see, you know, we'll try and show off as much as we can.
There could also be a network issue. I wouldn't be surprised if, due to the time it is in the UK, quite a lot of people come online at this time, so that might be hogging bandwidth. I don't think anything else is happening in this house that should be hogging bandwidth.
Us guards, we're well trained. We miss nothing. Just keep that in mind.
We can always try Twitch next time, just in case.
I don't think Twitch would... Twitch should still have the problem, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll absolutely do another stream.
Yeah, we'll do another one.
Protect and serve. That's what we do.
We'll do the other
It
quests.
is worth mentioning, this is not the game that's running like this. It is the stream.
Yeah.
You'll be able to play this without having this issue. Even on any... The idea is that if your computer can run Skyrim standard special edition, then it will be able to run this. It's not going to be any different.
I'm just seeing if it improves when you go inside the...
Southwold's an old town, but most people here today moved in after the Great War.
Yeah, I don't think this is
It catches up when you go inside. It's fine now.
Yeah. Are you sure?
It's fine for me.
A word of warning. Traveler, don't go snooping around. This town is crawling with
You can talk to all the many NPCs in Southwold.
She is so kind. A bottle of Hardlands wine.
Everyone's excited. It's a shame that even though it's just the stream, it doesn't make it a good watching experience, but
You left this letter inside
hopefully the
hollow log.
playback video will look a bit better.
Problem. You do a fishy job and ask if there's a problem. I divines. There's a ring of smugglers that I have evidence is tied to corrupt moguls within the Heartlands Trading Company. The bloody traitors are selling ebony weapons to the Thalmor, as if my men need to fight against that. I know the letter you left was for them. The coded language matches that of other messages we've intercepted. So, what's your answer to that? What does the code mean? You'd best tell me before I put you in irons. You didn't, gods. Are you another one they've set up? You're in deep already, my friend. They've got spies all throughout this town, and the Thalmor do too. I don't know who to trust. All I know is the alias of one of their local agents, the Ghost of the Strid. Now, I can be tempted to believe in ghosts when I'm drunk, but even, I don't know if this one's alive or dead. But even if I wanted to go after her, I can't. I've got all these orders from the Elder Council telling me who I can search and who I can't, where I have to send my men, and so on, so forth. I can't do a bloody thing about this, but you can.
I've seen quite a few questions asking if the Dunmer who asks you a certain question in Oblivion is still there.
No.
There we go, guys. No, she's not.
Watch the spot where you put that dead drop. You'll need a good place to hide, of course. The ghost comes by every few nights to collect. See if you can follow her to wherever she's hiding. Whatever you do, don't confront her. She's dangerous, and We may lose her trail.
We
need
don't
to know
usually
where
keep
to
old
find her.
characters unless there's a reason.
Or the law mentions that they are still alive.
Yeah, exactly. I
Godspeed.
think
Now,
characters
need
like
a
that are just. I think they work as they are. You know, I don't think we need to bring them back and potentially ruin them. I think they were funny in Oblivion, and that's it.
Oblivion, take those smugglers. What do you want?
One thing that we don't want to do is be too iterative. We don't want all of our quests to be just variations of quests from Oblivion. Nodding, having nods and references to things from Oblivion is great, but we can't be doing that all the time with every quest. So.
Sometimes I sit and watch the merchants along the road. It doesn't let me talk to them.
There she is.
Can't see anything. Right.
Nope. Off she goes. Oh,
could this be?
what?
I permit few to see my face and
Did you get seen?
I got seen, yeah. But I was like so far behind, I don't know how. She just turned around and went. So.
Don't imagine your stealth is very good.
No, my sneak is not great. But another thing about this quest is there is like quite a few paths that you can take. I'm just showing you one path, but you can steal the letter back and you can engage the ghost, and there's a lot of other things you can do. So, and that's the kind of quest design we really go for. Is we don't want it to just be as linear as Skyrim's.
Yeah, the Skingrad main quest has a lot of that as well. There's a lot of choices to be made.
It'll be a bit less laggy again. But maybe we should do this quest and call it a night and then...
That was my plan, and I was going to upload the VOD so then people can watch this at their own leisure, and we will do a second stream when it's a bit cooler to make up for this. Because I can only apologise for something that isn't entirely my fault.
You might be able to get someone else to take over.
How would that work? Because I've got the files downloaded, so could I just share my desktop and stream it through Mr. JGT?
I don't know if that would solve
the latest build.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the latest build.
Alright, cool.
I don't think that would solve the issues because the game for me isn't necessarily the problem. It's definitely internet.
It would be better if you could stream directly to YouTube.
Yeah. Which would require a little bit of setup, which...
We could go down and then just come back in like 10, 15 minutes maybe.
Well, I just need to go back up to Southwold, and then I'm going to be in an interior for the rest of this, so... Fingers crossed. I know it kind of sucks this bit for you guys, but... After that, you can experience... Hopefully it will be something you can watch. And if not, we'll have to call it quits there, and yeah, it might just be go down for a bit. But I'll definitely upload the VOD of this so people can watch through this.
Heard there were ogres around. Careful. Seen any goblins around? Primitive little things, but damn if they
Oblivion,
won't
take
swarm.
those smugglers. That elven ruin north of town. I knew it, and now I have the evidence I need thanks to you. I'm going to need to sober up and get my soldiers ready. This is going to be a raid like you've never seen.
Okay, this is... yeah.
Thanks to this newcomer, we finally got a lead on where the smugglers are keeping the body. We've been stuck in these woods for too long on our arses doing nothing. It's time we turn things around. The smugglers are holed up in the ruins of Silor. We're going to march there and clean the place out. Every bit of ebony contraband you seize goes to the Empire.
Hurrah, hurrah.
I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, we're going to have to call it there. Because this is just becoming impossible for you guys. And I can only apologise for the state that well, the heat just destroying.
Oh, it's such a shame. Do you want to try me doing it and sharing my screen or not?
I don't think it'll help.
If we can get someone to stream directly to YouTube, then we can figure it out. We just need the details.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have that set up.
You'd have to have OBS and everything set up, so...
Yeah.
Superfuzz has it.
I think what we'll do is we'll call it quits there. I mean, I wasn't going to do tons more anyway. And you all get the luck of having a part 2 stream where we might even show a little bit more than we originally were going to show off. So, you know, silver lining. Yeah. So I think I'll upload what I saw to YouTube, so hopefully you can see it a bit easier. I'll do that straight away, so hopefully people can kind of catch up and actually see what it looks like. And then we'll reconvene in a week or two to finish this off. But I hope everyone has enjoyed what they've seen. I hope you all can see just how much, you know, love and attention we put into the game, how much it's coming on. So yeah, thank you for now, and we'll put out a post or something to announce when the next one is. So thank you very much everyone for coming to this one, and we will see you in the next one.